Welcome back, everyone, to another interview for a the film festival that we attended this past week. Thankfully, it has ended, and it has been a chaotic week with so many films watched and so many people met. But today we have Annie Saint Pierre, who directed like the ones I used to know, or its official title, Les Grandes Claques.
Les Grandes Claques, oui.
Laid on Clack. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it was a thank you for reaching out. First of all, we really appreciate you giving us the opportunity to interview you. And yeah, it's a nice film. It was heartwarming. This festival had a lot of movies and short films that just wrecked my heart, and yours definitely added on to that, but in a good way.
I hope so. I hope that I just doesn't break it, that I like something to
No,
think about
definitely.
it, and yeah, maybe you call your father or something.
I've just talked with friends, and I since it's a festival and films aren't out in publicly yet, I can't show my family. But hopefully we get a chance to see yours as well as others. But one of the questions that I had for this film, which was basically a story about a father who has to pick up his two children from the ex in laws family on a holiday, Christmas. And I kind of wanted to ask, what kind of inspired you to work on such a film? Was it something personal, or was it just a love or hearing or witnessing these events happen in the outer environment?
No, it's not totally autobiographical, but we
Hmm.
could say that it's autofiction.
Hmm.
Yeah, I come from a family, a divorced family,
Hmm.
and I experienced that my father coming at Christmas time to take me and my sister, and we had to go to his place, and it was less fun because then
Yeah.
it was a smaller party,
Hmm.
sometimes just the three of us. And yeah, I think that we were discussing about that, about our Christmas with some friends, and a friend of mine just told me, oh, that's a great story, like it seems that you don't had the same Christmas that I had at all.
Hmm.
And yeah, for me it was for what I was remembering, it was a really important moment of my life, when I had to be more adult, more mature, and to try to understand the feeling of my father instead of just thinking about my pleasure.
Yes, it definitely showed, especially with the young actress's performance, where a kind of thing that I've always recognized is that children, when they see these types of things or anything similar, they don't instinctively understand it, but they can feel the emotion of it, and that emotional feeling tends to kind of make us grow up a little bit more faster. So it was just it's so it was heartbreaking, but like it's something that is part of life, sadly. And the young actress did splendid in portraying that in the film. Um,
I think that she really understood herself the situation.
mhm,
That helps us a lot
mhm.
in this movie. And yeah, it's a movie about the birth of empathy, and I also think that it's life. It's something
Yeah,
that is tough but beautiful.
definitely. I kind of wanted to ask, was it? I know many young talent has been coming on in the recent years on on the big screen on shorts. Um, a lot of people have different experiences with different children and different working with them. I kind of wanted to ask, how difficult or easy was it working with the young talent?
Well, it was just fun actually. Is it difficult? No, not really, because
Hmm.
when you explain them at the casting, for example, what
Hmm.
they have to play, you know directly if they will be able to play it or no. Well, it was my
Ah, okay.
experience. I
Yes.
knew, and when when they really understand the situation, and when they are able to relate. to it.
Hmm.
Rely, what's the word?
Yeah, relate. You got
Really.
it the first time.
It's they just jump in it, and for me, I had the chance to choose two kids that were who were real actors. They really want to play, they really want to touch this emotion.
Hmm.
um, and so it was a really easy work actually, and the most difficult is to try to keep them entertained on the set because it's so
Oh,
long.
yeah.
And but it was a Christmas ambience, so for them it
Mhm.
was fun, and there was so many um dessert and
Mhm.
sugar things that they could.
Oh, so they actually ate sugar from
Yeah,
the
yeah,
plot or
we just
synopsis.
we create the same ambience that I wanted them to be in it, in the story. So
Mhm.
it was not so tough. And also I had the help of a fantastic director, Geneviève Duluth de Sel, who direct Une Colonie. I don't know if you saw this
I
beautiful
have not, sadly. I would definitely look into it after.
it's beautiful, but she helped me also to take care of the kids
Mhm.
and try to keep them concentrate even if they were so high on sugar.
Got you. It definitely seems like in some scenes they were actually that hyperactive with the sugar, but it's just a nice thing seeing kids be kids, right? But it's good to hear that they were in a safe environment and that they actually were able to perform to their fullest extent, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Also, I
mhm,
just because the two main character, the two main actor,
mhm,
kids actor, were
yes.
so professional. I really wanted, as you said, kids to be kids. So
Uh,
I invite two other children who played in the movie who never did that. So they came with this innocence and this naive character of just being themselves, and it forced
mhm,
the two professional to be more themselves also as kids. And it was my main direction, like just have fun, just
mhm.
do what you want to do during a Christmas night.
Was it difficult with the audio?
Um, no, no,
No, okay. Because
no.
I'd imagine all the noise.
Yeah, it was, but it just, I think the most difficult was the scene that you have to film the extras and they can't talk at all. For
Mm,
that's always the difficult part because I come from documentary and I want the scene to be so real and to feel the truth of everything. And when it's when we have to stage that with the
yeah.
the fish face, I hate that.
Oh, when certain little things like that just come on set and just post production, it can get difficult and annoying, right?
Yeah, really.
Um, so another question that I kind of wanted to ask, I always ask people who actors, some like to get hands on with the camera, some don't. Did you yourself get help just by visual aspects like lighting, advice on lighting, how the frame looks, or was it all you entrusted your camera and the frames and shots to your cinematographer?
Well, I work with this cinematographer Etienne Roussy, which is
Hmm.
who is sorry, I always mix which and who and all those little words.
You're completely fine.
Etienne Roussy, who is an amazing director of photography, and because we worked in the past together,
Oh,
I,
okay.
I was full of confidence with him. We talk a lot. We went to some cottage together just to watch some movies and spend more times together. We are also really good friends, and
Hmm.
so he really knows what I want on a set. He has the same sensibility that I have,
Hmm.
and so yeah, it just we decide which frame we want, which lens we want. We made a lot of tests about it.
Okay.
Yeah, we did also some rehearsal in the house to be able to see like, okay, which angle is the most interesting and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Sorry, all that stuff. But um, we just had 4 days to shoot this short film. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, it was a really small amount of time to do that with kids also, and we
Yeah,
do a small days of work because we don't want to ask kids
to
to
stay
work
the entire
during
day.
12 hours.
Yeah.
So, we really had to be really efficient,
Mhm.
and we prepare ourselves a lot for that. Like we were like a beast with two heads, always together,
Yes.
watching the frame and deciding really quickly what we want.
Okay, that's great to hear. I mean, so it was only 4 days of shoot. I wanted to know, what did you guys shoot during the winter or when there was like actual snow and ice?
Yeah, we did that, but for some reason it was a little bit difficult to. It was a special winter. We just had
Mm.
this amazing snowstorm the first day of shooting, but this
Oh.
first day was inside the house. So
Oh, okay.
I was like, no, I want to relax scene this day. But
Hmm.
it was not possible because we didn't have the car for this day. Well, it's
Oh,
cinema.
okay.
There's always something more complex
Yeah.
that what you thought. And so the day that we made the outside scenes,
Hmm.
the snow was just disappearing a little bit more, but
Okay.
and there was no ice on the street, so we had to add a little bit of that
Oh.
at the end in post production.
Hmm.
But just a little, just because us as people from Quebec, we know that no, the road is not exactly like that when you're not able
Yeah.
to go with your car. So I
Got
was
you.
really picky about it.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, was it actually snow that was on the at the end scene when the car is actually driving off? It seemed so lifelike, and I was kind of wondering if it was actually you had to shoot in that ice because you had no more time, since it was a 4 day shoot, or if it was added in post. And now I know it was added in post
Yeah,
because
a little live and a little ad in postpone.
post production. That's awesome to hear. I always love hearing those little secrets in films where it's like I didn't notice them before. I kind of had a sense for them, but also it was like I can't be for sure since I'm not the one that was on set. Um,
It's always um, good to hear that people are not sure about is it in post or is it
Yeah, that's always a good thing. And since I've been in this industry for I think 2 or 3 years, I've gone everything I've seen, even if it's my little siblings is more animated stuff. Uh, I tend to kind of question everything I see on screen.
yeah.
So it grows a pain sometimes when you just want to enjoy the film and what it's bringing out than actually trying to investigate everything.
Yeah, I think it's the little pain of doing this job. Cinema is no
Yes,
more magic thing for us.
definitely. Um, so I actually had one more, but I don't remember where I wrote it because I've been just writing a lot of questions for different films on the
You
same
can take your
notepad.
time.
Uh, I guess the one thing that I wanted to ask was one secret. So for the car scenes where we see the father, did you guys actually have the camera person be inside the car, or did you guys just set it up so where the cameras inside, or was it like a thing where they stand outside of the car and somehow the lens is a zoom lens or some of that sort and they just catch that?
No, we were inside the car.
Oh, okay.
It was we didn't had so much gear because it
Hmm.
was important to be so efficient. So we
Hmm.
just tried to make all the choice to be able to do the scene really quickly, and also
Yeah.
because there were some kids outside during the night. It was cold. So
Oh yes,
it
yes.
was
I
like, okay, let's do that.
Yeah, that would definitely be a problem if it were to go bad.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, the last thing that it's really important for anyone listening and anyone interested in seeing the film would be, I know this film is going on to more festivals possibly. So the main question I would have is, is there a day or a place where the short film will be publicly available in the future, or is it still undetermined because you guys have so many things to go to?
Yeah. No, well, I don't have any answer now. We
Of
have a
course.
lot of things to come,
Yes.
but there's a lot of festival who which are online in the same time
Hmm.
that they are uh, live. So
Hmm.
I think that it's possible to see it at the on the website of Earthland Film Festival right now.
Okay.
I think so. I'm not sure.
We'll double check just to make
Yeah,
sure.
but and maybe it's just for people in USA because it's the thing because I'm in Canada. I'm
Hmm.
not always aware of where it is playing because we are geo blocked. So
Ah, okay.
yeah, I sound really. But I try to follow where it's played and
Where it's
everything,
going,
but it's
of course.
difficult because of this geo blocking thing and.
Yeah, I can't imagine, especially just leaving it to, I imagine the distributors just letting them do their thing, but kind of be nervous about that. That can be nerve wracking. Hopefully, you do end up getting more news on where it's going and where it's been. But yeah, no, thank you so much again for coming on. Clear the short film. Appreciate coming on to be interviewed.
It was a pleasure, Liz, and hope to see you again for another film soon.
Definitely. Do you have any other, I guess, website for you personally, or for a production company that you work with, or anything of that sort?
Don't.
Oh, you don't. Okay.
I have a Facebook and Instagram, and I
Yeah.
think that it's enough for me to.
No, definitely. If you'd like to type it or say it, and I'll definitely put it up and put it in the links and all that.
Yeah, yeah, I can do it in the chat.
Yes.
So uh, I think my Instagram is that.
Mhm.
The clock. Oops. And my Facebook,
Okay.
I don't know how to. I can give you a link. Just a moment.
Yes. That'll work just fine. I mean, yeah. I mean, while you search for that, the link, I want to thank everyone for tuning in and just listening and tuning in to see Annie St. Pierre's interview. And hopefully, you guys check it out because it really is a well-made film. Such a heart-wrenching but heartwarming at the same time experience emotionally. Um, and we appreciate everyone that came on while we were covering the festival. And again, I believe you might be my last interview for this festival. I'm not quite sure. I'm still waiting an email, so I guess it would be to save the best for last. But yeah, no. Again, thank you so much for coming on, Annie.
It was a pleasure. Thank you, Liz.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.